Okay, so let's see here. So you're not going to get the... Yes, I'm live. What do you want? What do you need?
Hungry.
Huh?
Some good hungies.
No, I love you. Like you're going to bed. Oh shoot, wait a second. Okay. I'm just going to put our tags in because we're never going to be found. That's for certain. I don't do that because we just went live. Okay. So I'm just getting that. Hang on. Okay. Let's put our tags in. Let's do those. Insert them. Which one gets out faster? Okay. So now I'm just going to go back to the chat. And I'm going to share this out on the community page, on the Facebook page, and in Slack because I said I was going to do that. Because I don't think we're going to be found. Which I don't. And I'll get, let me see. I'm just going to share this. Share it on Facebook. Sorry, I can't see the chat right now because I'm trying crazy to put this where I said I was going to put it. I just have to post it in one other place. And I'll be right there. Whoops. No, I don't want it. There you go, right? Okay, and I'll just put it on the community page. Come on. Okay. Now I've done what I can there. Hopefully this is us. Hey there. Hi Isabel, Muppets and Manalope, Patricia Bassett, Linda Uribe, Kuvi. Thank you Muppets and Manalope for the glow worm. Thank you Tammy for the beautiful hoodie and for the little things for the boys. Thank you. Alma, spring ahead. No, it's 10 p.m. No, we're going to spring ahead though at in about an hour and a half, Alma. Lurky, Susie B, Muppets and Manalope. Licia. Let me see here. Karen H. Moved to CC Love. Haven't seen you in a while, CC Love. Hope you're okay. Let's see. Tammy McD. Catwoman. Larky. Kathy from Texas. Kubi. Yeah, Danielle, did you get your dishwasher fixed? Nona May, Kevin Leonard, Alicia, sorry. Diana Hamilton, welcome. Susie B, Snow Remover, Danielle C, I got Carol Plant, Larky. I feel like I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Nightbot, Ranger Red, Davita Lane, Jen Doe, Judy with a Y, Tina Medley, Two Scooter. Sometimes I only see people when I see other people tag them. Cindy O'Neill. Okay, I think we've got everybody. Nana K. I wanted to see. Hi, Nana T. Julie W. I want to see something else here. Shoot. There was something I was... Remember Elizabeth Holmes, right? From the that woman that talked in that way that she thought Theranos. She's pregnant now, and the trial may be delayed again. So this is Elizabeth Holmes. Her counsel and prosecutors have asked a federal judge to move her trial July 13th start date in light of her pregnancy. The criminal fraud trial for Elizabeth Holmes, the founder and former CEO of Silicon Valley healthcare blood testing startup Theranos, may be delayed once again after a new court filing revealed that she's pregnant and due to give birth in July. In a filing submitted to the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of California on Friday, Holmes' counsel and prosecutors asked a judge to move the July 13th start date in light of her pregnancy. The parties have met and conferred, and both parties agree that in light of the development, it's not feasible to begin the trial on July 13th, as currently scheduled. In light of the defendant's pregnancy, the parties stipulate and agree respectfully that the trial start with jury selection on August 31st, 2021. In March of 2018, Holmes and former Theranos president Ramesh Sunny Balwani were charged with allegedly raising more than $700 million from investors through an elaborate years-long fraud by the Securities and Exchange Commission. Holmes and Theranos settled with the SEC, with Holmes agreeing to pay back $500,000 and be barred from serving as director or officer of a public company for 10 years. She has not admitted or denied any wrongdoing with regard to the settlement. 3 months later, the U.S. Attorney General's office charged Holmes and Balwani with 9 counts of wire fraud and 2 counts of conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Prosecutors allege that Holmes and Balwani were involved in a multi-million-dollar scheme to defraud investors, as well as a plan to defraud doctors and patients by claiming their company could provide its clients with cheap, fast, and reliable blood tests and results. The pair pleaded not guilty to charges of wire fraud, and if convicted, they could face up to 20 years in prison. Holmes' trial was initially scheduled to begin last summer, but was delayed several times due to the pandemic. Balwani's trial has been scheduled to begin January of 2022. There was a documentary that we did go over last year, The Inventor: Out for Blood in Silicon Valley. Released on HBO in 2019. And a limited series centered around Holmes titled The Dropout is currently in works at Hulu. Actress Kate McKinnon, who was attached to play Holmes in 2019, has dropped out of the project. So she's pregnant. Let's see here. I thought there was one. What I wanted to see. Is this the one I wanted to see? There was something else that I saw recently there, but oh, this one, yeah. Let me see here. Oh boy, okay, there's quite a few things here. Let's see. Kelsey Schelling. Kelsey, we did cover Kelsey. 8 years after his girlfriend went missing, a Colorado man has been convicted of first-degree murder in her death. February 4th, I'll show you, hold on. We do have a video on this case. Let me get a picture up for you guys. Come on. So 8 years after his girlfriend went missing, a Colorado man has been convicted of first-degree murder in her death. On February 4th of 2013, 21-year-old Kelsey Schelling told relatives she was planning to drive to Pueblo, Colorado to inform her boyfriend, Don Lucas, that she was 8 weeks pregnant with their child. She made it to Pueblo, but she was never seen again. Her car was found 10 days after she vanished. Although her body was never found, Schelling's disappearance was classified as a murder, and Lucas was arrested on December 1st of 2017 and charged with first-degree murder in her death, and he has maintained his innocence. The case finally went to trial last month, and according to the Pueblo chieftain, prosecutors presented 13 days of testimony in which they were unable to present any hard forensic evidence showing where and how Schelling was murdered. Instead, the prosecution opted to present evidence of domestic violence in the couple's relationship. The defense rested without calling a single witness. The jury deliberated less than 3 hours on Monday and found Lucas guilty of first-degree murder, and he was sentenced to life in the Colorado Department of Corrections without parole. After Lucas's sentence, Pueblo Police Chief Troy Davenport expressed satisfaction with the conviction. "I want to thank the case agents and the detectives that worked so hard year after year, and certainly the family, who I cannot still imagine what it's like to be in their shoes," he told reporters. According to the Pueblo chieftain, "I just cannot understand what they're going through and what today must mean to them. Justice has been served today." After the verdict, Schelling's family expressed their sadness at her disappearance and presumed death. "She was just a tiny little thing, but she was so full of life," her mother, Laura Saxton, told reporters. "I just miss everything about her." So that's one without a body that was, successfully convicted. Let me see, there was one other one I wanted to go over because there's a couple of them that I want to go over here. So we have a Joseph Bindle placed an ad on Facebook Marketplace seeking to sell his red Honda dirt bike. Bindle, 29, of New Orleans, made an appointment Sunday morning to meet with a potential buyer in Harvey, an unincorporated community across the Mississippi River from the city. The recently licensed realtor was never seen alive again. So Facebook Marketplace transaction, people. Bindle's body was found Monday inside his vehicle where it had been abandoned in New Orleans Garden District, and he had been shot to death. Jalen Harvey, 20, of Harvey, has been charged with first-degree murder, armed robbery, and obstruction of justice in Bindle's death. "He was loved by everyone and didn't deserve this," Bindle's father, Lindsey Bindle, told the media on Monday. And his girlfriend, Katie, posted something yesterday at 10 a.m. "Joseph Bindle, my boyfriend, went through Facebook Marketplace to Lane, classifieds to sell." And she posted about that, what happened there. And let me see. Jefferson Parish Sheriff Joe Lapinto said during a news conference that Joseph Bindle had placed the ad to sell his dirt bike for $2,750. Detectives later found messages between Bindle and Harvey regarding the bike sale, which was to take place at Harvey's apartment complex in the St. Germain Apartments. "Mr. Bindle never returned from that transaction," Lapinto said. "Our deputies went to that location and were unable to find the dirt bike in one of the patios of one of those apartments. And we're able to find it. Hold on. I have to take that off because I can't even talk. At the point in time they made contact with Mr. Jalen Harvey. Upon questioning, Harvey reportedly admitted to the shooting. Authorities allege that he shot Bindle multiple times and then drove the victim's vehicle with his body inside to where it was found abandoned. Sheriff Joseph Lopinto reports that the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office is investigating a homicide that occurred yesterday in Harvey. The investigation began as a missing persons case in New Orleans. At this point, our investigators have determined our initial timeline of the incident between 10 a.m. and noon yesterday. The victim met with the suspect at the apartment complex in the 2100 block of Manhattan Boulevard to sell a dirt bike. And during the course of the transaction, the suspect shot and killed the victim. The suspect then drove the victim's vehicle to the 2300 block of Coliseum Street in New Orleans and abandoned it. The victim's remains were still inside the vehicle. Yesterday evening, JPSO was contacted by the victim's family and became involved in the investigation. Investigators were able to determine the victim's last known location and located the victim's dirt bike at an apartment. Detectives made contact with the resident of the apartment, Jalen Harvey, age 20. During questioning, Harvey admitted to shooting the victim and taking the vehicle to New Orleans. Detectives are currently seeking an arrest warrant for Jalen Harvey for first-degree murder. The victim has been identified as Joseph Bindle, 29, of New Orleans. Bindle never even got out of his car, Lopinto said. He was apparently killed as he sat behind the wheel. When Harvey entered the vehicle, the victim was in the front seat. And at one point, Harvey pushed him to the back seat so he could drive the vehicle properly. Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office Captain Jason Rivardi said that he drove it 20 minutes away. Harvey then removed the dirt bike from its trailer and drove it back to his apartment. The bike was found on Harvey's patio. The alleged murder weapon was found inside his apartment. Now, how in the world could he think that? What if he showed up with someone else? I don't even understand this. Detectives were still trying to determine what prompted Harvey to kill Bindle. I don't care what it is. I mean, it's a $2,800 dirt bike, Lopinto said. It's not anything that anyone should be shot over. Facebook Marketplace has become a popular way for users to buy and sell items among themselves. Law enforcement authorities offer tips to do it safely, like meeting outside a police station or other well-lit area. You should always let others know where you are planning to meet for the transaction and, if possible, take someone with you. Lopinto said you should also always follow your gut instincts. Look, if it doesn't feel right, get out, the sheriff said. The fact of it is, you can choose your location of where you're going to be, and if they're not showing up there for whatever reason, there's somebody else you can sell it to. By all accounts, Bindle took safety into account by conducting the transaction in the middle of the day. Unfortunately, it wasn't in a location that was well observed by people, Lopinto said. Wow, that's a shame. Hold on, I'm just going to get another seltzer because there's a few other things I want to go over. Okay, so then there was another sad thing here. A 9-year-old boy was shot to death while sitting in the back of his mother's car in what police source said was a case of mistaken identity. The shooting occurred at 10 p.m. last Sunday, in the area of 9th Street and LaSalle Park Court, south of downtown St. Louis, Missouri. According to a police source, the child was sitting in the back seat of the mother's car when two people began shooting at the car, hitting the boy in the chest. The boy's mother and a friend took him to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. He was identified Monday morning as Kyan Green. There was a 7-month-old boy who was in the vehicle along with a 31-year-old man and his 34-year-old mother. No one else was injured. Police are trying to determine if the killing was a case of mistaken identity. This is the 7th child to be shot in the city of St. Louis in 2021 and the first homicide in the LaSalle Park neighborhood this year. No other information about the shooting has been released. My heart goes out to Kayan's family. Just a very sad situation, said Mayor Lydia Cruson. Called the shooting heart-wrenching and pleaded for anyone with information to come forward. Anyone with information is urged to call the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department Homicide Division directly at 314-444-5371. And this is Kayan and his grandmother. Very sad thing. Prayers for his family. Prayers for him. And then there is so we have, hold on one second, let me get a picture for you guys here. Okay, this is Aiden Wolfe, and one second. What happened to my, there you go. Sad story here. 10 years old, was fatally abused by his mother's companion in Harlem. Police said Monday the mother's boyfriend called 911 on last Saturday, from an apartment in the St. Nicholas houses on West 131st Street. Chief of Department Rodney Harrison said at the news brief that when officers arrived, they found the 10-year-old Aiden Wolfe lying unconscious and unresponsive in the living room. Police said he had extensive bruises, both old and new, and the boy was taken to Harlem Hospital where he was pronounced dead. Harrison said the boy died of fatal child abuse syndrome. Ryan Cato, 34, was arrested last Sunday on charges of murder and endangering the welfare of a child. Police say Cato has 3 prior arrests. He was last arrested in December, where he allegedly assaulted the mother of his children in their presence, and an ACS case was opened for that case. Community members gathered to mourn the young boy's disturbing death and to stand against all forms of violence on Sunday. Wolfe's death is causing an uproar in the community. Local activists are speaking out against the need for school counseling and opening youth centers to provide support for children who may be in dangerous situations at home. Local anti-violence leaders and the community are crushed at the loss of this young life. There have been counselors at the apartment building to help neighbors cope, and they are pushing for more people to be aware of their neighbors and say something if they see a child is in trouble. Evidently, whatever happened, someone knew something before this. There was a series of things that led up to what happened yesterday, the loss of life with this kid, said Aisha Sekou of Street Corner Resources. Wolfe did not have any siblings, and no other children were home. Horrible. And he, here's what Ryan Cato, 34, was held without bail at his arraignment on murder charges in Manhattan Criminal Court late Monday. His girlfriend's son's fatal injuries included a lacerated spleen, a lacerated liver, a lacerated kidney, rib fractures on both sides, and bruising between his toes, sources said. His injuries were both old and new, and he died from fatal child abuse. That's terrible. Cato was arrested in December after he allegedly choked the mother of his kids in front of their two children inside the apartment in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. According to the criminal complaint, he hit the woman in the face several times and put his hands around her neck and applied pressure. Terrible. Okay, and this is one I was talking to Scooter about the other day. Let me just get this one up here. Okay, so this guy, you're not going to believe what this guy did. Get a picture of what's going on here. All right, so guy, and I'll show you his wife. Okay, right there. What he did, Southern California man killed his wife and propped up her body on a sofa, okay, and told the children that she was drunk and had them open Christmas presents in front of her body. And that's what the prosecutor told the jurors at his murder trial. This Christmas story does not have a happy ending. And unfortunately, this is not just a story. It is real life, Heather Brown, senior deputy district attorney in Orange County, said Monday as trial began for William Wallace of Anaheim, the Orange County Register reported there.
Finally, you can buy a pre-owned vehicle, worry-free with peace of mind. MotorTrend certified vehicles powered by...
Okay, sorry about that. I don't know how when these ads just play out of nowhere. Okay, so Zell Preston, 26, was taking college classes in the hopes of becoming a domestic violence counselor when she was killed in 2011 by a man who already had served jail time for beating her. The couple had gone to a neighbor's Christmas Eve party, and a neighbor described hearing an argument later that night, Brown said. Wallace told a number of Preston's family that we were drinking, and during the argument, I tossed her around a bit, the prosecutor said. Brown said the next morning, Wallace dragged his wife's body from the bedroom to the living room couch, placed sunglasses on her, and told the children, Mommy ruined Christmas. She got drunk and ruined Christmas. Preston was slumped over on the couch when paramedics arrived. She left a newborn son and two daughters who were then 3 years and 8 years old. Wallace's attorney argued that Preston died from injuries after she drunkenly tripped and fell into a glass table, shattering it. Mr. Wallace is being accused of something that is not his fault, Heather Moorhead told jurors. You will hear about a relationship that was full of arguing and yelling, but also a lot of love. Wallace, 39, could face up to 25 years to life in prison if convicted of the first-degree murder. So, we will, let's see if we have any updates on that. Let's see here. Here's another photo of Zazelle Preston. She was an aspiring domestic violence counselor when her husband, William Wallace, killed her, allegedly. Now, after almost a decade behind bars, Wallace will finally go to trial, and the full story of the grisly crime is set to come out. So it says, after, he told the kids that, it said Wallace couldn't sustain the ruse for long, and by 9:30 a.m. he called 911 and innocently said his wife needed medical attention. Though accounts differ as to who he called. When paramedics arrived on the scene, her body was still there on the couch, sunglasses on her face. Wallace tried to talk his way out of it with a story about his wife accidentally injuring herself, but it didn't work. Soon the cops were on the scene and he was under arrest. The prosecution's case paints a grim portrait of both what happened on Christmas 2011 and the years of abuse that led up to it. So again, the prosecutor said this Christmas story does not have a happy ending, and unfortunately this is not just a story, it's real life. In her opening statements, Heather Brown told the jury that Wallace did what he always did, expecting Preston to survive like she always did, but during this particular beating, Preston succumbed to her wounds while her kids were fast asleep. Preston's family had already informed investigators of how violent and controlling Wallace could be. One of her relatives claimed to have found Preston in the street following a particularly brutal beating while she was pregnant. Meanwhile, Wallace's attorney, Heather Moorhead, is advancing his story that it was all a tragic accident. Mr. Wallace is being accused of something that is not his fault, said Moorhead. You will hear more about a relationship full of arguing and yelling, but also full of a lot of love. Defense maintains that Preston drunkenly fell into a glass table and shattered it. However, police found that throughout the residence as well, they found blood throughout the residence, as well as numerous holes in the wall and one door that was off its hinges. So, let's see. Furthermore, Preston's relatives say that Wallace had tried to kill her several times before. Brown told the jury that Wallace himself explained that we were drinking, and during the argument I tossed her around a bit. However, Preston's older daughter said she saw her mother trip and fall onto the glass table before Wallace could catch her. Moorhead said that both Wallace and the daughter carried her into the bathtub but accidentally hit her head on the way to the bathroom. It remains unclear who called emergency services. What is apparent, however, is that Wallace told several people that his wife had suffered a concussion after she hit her head and only realized that she was dead when she failed to wake up the following morning. But if the jury doesn't believe this defense and he's convicted, Wallace faces up to 25 years to life in prison. He has already been incarcerated since Christmas Day 2011 and remains behind bars on $1 million bail. Okay, and that is that. So we'll see what happens in that case. And let me see if there was something else that I wanted to go over on this. Okay, so let me go to the... Okay, there's one other thing on this. Okay, so we have a chemistry teacher from Illinois, former. Gary Bodderson, 66, of Carpentersville, was also found, former Illinois high school chemistry teacher, on Tuesday was found guilty of reckless conduct for pouring liquid nitrogen on a student during a science demonstration in 2018. Let me get a picture of this guy over here. Hang on 1 second. It's Gary. Gary Bodderson, 66, of Carpentersville, was also found guilty by a DuPage County jury of one count of endangering the health or life of the child. Both charges are misdemeanors. Bodderson was teaching at Bartlett High School on May 15th of 2018 when prosecutors say he poured liquid nitrogen on a male student who was lying on his back. The liquid was poured on the student's chest, and then a larger amount was poured onto his groin. Nitrogen is a gas that takes a liquid form when it's between negative 320 and negative 346 degrees Fahrenheit. At those temperatures, it rapidly freezes skin tissues and eye fluids. Mr. Bodderson displayed extremely poor judgment when he doused a student with a dangerous chemical during a science demonstration. The student volunteered to take part in the demonstration, but did so with the understanding that the liquid nitrogen would be poured over his chest area, not on his groin area. Spokesperson for the state attorney's office said that the student has since fully recovered. Bodderson resigned from his position and voluntarily surrendered his teaching certificate in June of 2018. The Elgin District, that's where my car came from, U46 School Board approved a resignation agreement in July of 2018. We acted quickly to address the incident, eternally recognizing the severity of the breach of conduct, the spokesperson told the newspaper in an email. Bodderson remains free on bail, and his next court appearance is scheduled for Thursday. That's bizarre. Okay, now we're going to go to... Okay, here's something, something out of maybe YouTube. Pennsylvania's mother has been charged with cyber crimes after an investigation revealed that she anonymously sent fake indecent images of girls on her daughter's cheerleading team to the group's coaches in an attempt to force them off the team. Good going, Mom. Good going. Bucks County District Attorney Matt Weintraub's office said that Rafaela Spone, 50 years old, sent images of at least 3 members of the Victory Vipers team showing them naked, drinking, or smoking to the coaches and the girls themselves, and also sent anonymous text messages to the girls urging them to kill themselves. Great going, Rafaela. Really something you should be proud of. Rafaela was arrested on March 4th and charged with 3 counts of cyber harassment of a child and other related offenses. According to the Inquirer, she was released on condition that she appear at a preliminary hearing on March 30th. Hilltown Township Police said the investigation began last July when they received a report of harassment from one of the victim's parents. The parents said that the girl received text messages from an anonymous number that both she and the coaches received photos that appeared to show her drinking, vaping, and naked. The girl was removed from the team, the parents said, even though they were certain the images were not real. The investigation revealed 2 more families with similar stories. Both girls from those families received photographs showing them in bikinis with text that said they were drinking at the shore. Investigators analyzed the imagery and determined that they were deep fakes. Credible-looking images made by mapping pictures from the girls' social media accounts onto other photos. Eventually, the detectives tracked the anonymous phone numbers to a website that sells the numbers to telemarketers and then tracked the data to an IP address at Rafaela's home in Chalfont. Detectives obtained a warrant to search Rafaela's cell phone, an arrest affidavit says, and they found evidence linking her to the numbers that sent the texts and imagery. Court records say investigators found no evidence indicating that Rafaela's teenage daughters knew anything of what her mother had done. I don't know what would push her to this point, says George Rattel, whose daughter was one of the girls harassed. As a dad, I was pretty upset about it. It's an image put out there of my daughter that is simply not true. Good going, Rafaela. Rattel told the media that all 4 of the girls, including Rafaela's daughter, were friends, but that he and his wife became concerned about Rafaela's daughter's behavior and told their teen to stop associating with her. The owners of the Doylestown gym, where the Victory Vipers are based, declined to comment when contacted by the press. Wow. She looks like someone, too, that I know. Good going. Okay, and then also out of Pennsylvania. Here we go. We have a judge ordering a county juvenile jail closed after shocking allegations of widespread abuse. A Pennsylvania judge Friday abruptly ordered all children at a county juvenile detention center transferred to another facility after receiving a startling letter detailing horrific physical, psychological, and SA at the facility. Delaware County Public Defender Christopher Welsh sent the letter to the county on Friday, and it contains affidavits from former and current staff and descriptions of pest infestations, times in winter without heat, and deficient meals. In one of the most egregious claims, a staff member at the Delaware County Juvenile Detention Center reported that a child with severe mental illness tried to asphyxiate herself by swallowing clothing. Welsh wrote, after staff intervened and cleaned the clothes, the girl was thirsty and asked for water. 3 staff members took her to the toilet and stuck her head in a bowl and forced her to drink, the staff member said, according to Welsh. The letter also said that the staff restrained a pregnant teen in such a manner that it could induce a miscarriage and locked children in isolation cells for days and weeks at a time. In an interview, one resident described being put into chokeholds that almost caused them to lose consciousness, and in another, staff allegedly yelled at a boy unprovoked and called him the N-word. Those who report are met with hostility, such as getting the silent treatment or being denied access to children for administering mental health services, the letter said. Surveillance video that might show such incidents was suppressed, Welsh wrote, and children were often coached on what to say to investigators or bribed with candy. Delaware County District Attorney Jack Stolzheimer and County Council President Brian Zydak and President Judge Kevin Kelly ordered the facility emptied immediately upon reading the shocking details in the letter. Stolzheimer and said he referred the allegations of criminal activity to the Attorney General Josh Shapiro. He also said that he investigated some of Welsh's allegations in the past but found them unsubstantiated. I think every allegation of abuse of children is important and they need to be fully examined, he said. That's why we took the steps we did and we got these initial complaints. And now that the complaints have broadened out to include inaction by state officials, we're taking this seriously. The Pennsylvania Department of Human Services said that the regional staff from the Office of Children, Youth, and Families responded to the facility immediately Friday when the letter was received. Okay, so this mugshot looks airbrushed, doesn't it? And the title of this is Drop Dead Gorgeous Doper Busted in Drug Death of Mercer County Woman. An Ohio woman has been put under house arrest until she's sentenced for selling drugs to another person who died from an overdose. Nicoletta Robinson, 34, of Youngstown, Ohio, was convicted this week on multiple charges in connection with the 2019 death of a 32-year-old woman who died after overdosing. Jurors in Mercer County, Pennsylvania, near the state border with Ohio, convicted Robinson of delivering drugs that resulted in death, manufacture or delivery with intent to manufacture, reckless endangerment, aggravated assault, simple assault, and criminal use of a communication facility. Authorities did not initially suspect foul play, but after an investigation, arrested Robinson because she sold the drugs to the woman who later died. A judge denied prosecutors' request to revoke Robinson's bond instead of ordering that she be confined to house arrest until sentencing in early May. Robinson had been jailed after her initial arrest until preliminary hearing was held. Prosecutors in Pennsylvania charge more people with drug delivery resulting in death than any other state comparable statutes, according to an analysis by the Health and Justice Action League and Northeastern University School of Law. Between 2000 and 2017, prosecutors used the law 644 times, which was nearly twice as much as the second highest state, Ohio. Robinson faces up to 40 years in prison on the charge of drug delivery resulting in death alone. The precise drugs involved in Robinson's case have not been reported publicly, but both Pennsylvania and Ohio have been among the hardest states hit by the opioid crisis, which prosecutors have sought to address with the charge of drug delivery resulting in death. And that seems to be all we have for the true crime portion of the night. Okay. My chat is still catching up. It's way behind. Hi, Stacy W. Hi, Julie. Loving Coco. I'm looking at the... Alma. Jeanette. Okay, so hi Vero. Alright, I'm gonna put the number, I'm gonna get the number and put it in Slack to see if anybody wants to call in now that we're done with that portion of the show. Davida, I have a box going out to you and I've got to check something about some napkins. Okay. I found a whole bunch that I had already put out to send to you. They were upstairs and I totally missed them, but then there was ones I just wanted to know if I had sent them out to you. Okay, I'm going to putting it in general so everybody in our Slack will be able to see the number to call in. Okay, so the number's there. Oh my goodness. Oh, did you hear about J-Lo and Everard? Looks like there's problems. Looks like he cheated on her with a fitness model. They issued a statement that they're still together. But Jose Canseco issued another statement that they wouldn't be together very long. And then he said to J-Lo, I'm available and I don't cheat on women. That's in your celebrity gossip section of the day. Hi, Mrs. McJagger. Hello, Sharon. Hi, Sean Sneed. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Mommy. I heard the case of Kendrick Johnson is going to be reopened. I'm glad because I never believed it was an accident. Davida said she'd be here in half an hour. Half an hour ago. Am I the only person who had to be reminded that? No, Vox. It's right in the headline too, so did you get reminded by us or what? We're gonna change them in a little more than half an hour, Kevin. We're gonna spring ahead together. Hey, Robin Lane, you got reminded by me? That's good. Good to see you. Purple Passion, hello there. You're losing your home and have to move into your sister-in-law's basement. I'm sorry to hear that, Purple Passion. Is that because of the pandemic? They don't have any laws to stop evictions during the pandemic right now? Hi, Gretchen. Thank you, Loving Coco. Husband lost full-time house. Do you mean full-time employment? Isn't there anything that, I thought you don't have anything to stop evictions or anything, or them to work with you? Yes, Alicia. I remember. Hi, Danielle C. Hi, Mimi. How come I see a question from Granny Smith, but I don't see any other comment from Granny Smith? What is with Granny Smith over here? Granny Smith, what's going on with you? What are you asking about? I don't see any other question from you. Hi, Sassy Darcy. How come I don't see anything from now I don't see Granny Smith at all anymore? What's happening? Am I not in the right thing? You were shopping today and you had tons of pictures to share in Slack, but you couldn't get in. You couldn't get in? It might be because you went inactive, because we went about 2 weeks ago or so. Inactive people, I took them out. So send me an email if you can't get in and we'll get you in again. But if you went inactive, I just deactivated. It's not that it's deactivation is not eliminating you. It's just deactivating until we know if you're still there or not. And we're trying to keep the community safe. So if you haven't checked in a while, your account will show that you're inactive. So send me an email and we'll get you back in. What happened to this Granny Apples? How come I can't see her anymore?
I don't know, Granny Smith?
Oh, Granny Smith.
All I saw was Kevin say hi to her, somebody say hi to her. I didn't even see her.
No, it said, I'm only asking because of how I was treated over there. And then I don't see Granny Smith anymore.
That's what she said?
Yeah, I see it right now. Let me see. It says, I'm asking because of how I was treated over there. But I don't see any question prior to that.
Oh, I don't know. See,
So,
I didn't see it.
Are you trolling, Granny Smithy? What are you talking about? I don't see any question. Hi, Jerry McKay.
Darcy.
There were some awful scenes at the vigil for Sarah Everard. The cops lost it and started bashing and arresting people. Well,
Hi,
over
guys.
1,000 turned up, and it was banned, but
Hi,
cops
Lou. How are you?
went in really
Can you
hard.
hear
Really,
me?
Jerry? Yeah, hang on a second, Nana K.
Okay.
That's terrible, Jerry.
I want
Really?
to talk to you guys about that.
Okay, 1 second. Oh, okay. All right, Granny. I don't know what's going on, but how come I don't see a question from you before that, Granny? I'm confused, Granny. Well, if you were treated bad over in that site, you shouldn't. Are you an opposing site? Opposing to what, Granny? What are you talking about?
She's probably talking about the Watts case.
Yeah, but I mean, I want to know. I don't see her question. How come I don't see your question, though, Granny? Can you give me a timestamp on it? I don't see a question. Hi, Carla M. Okay, so Jerry, it was really bad then, huh? And what was it? Not a I thought it was a peaceful. It wasn't a peaceful vigil, or it was until the cops came flying in.
Yeah, I have information on that.
Okay. Let's see what Granny's saying here. Granny Apples. What's her name? Granny Apples? Don't forget the cooking stream tomorrow at 1 p.m. Right. Yeah, thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, my cousin was there, so I can talk to you about it.
Who was there?
My cousin.
Oh, your cousin. I thought you said Mike Tyson.
I wish. Mike Tyson. No, Kate Middleton was there, and that was what began the problem. But I'll wait, and then I'll
Okay,
give,
yeah, I just want to see what this
I'll
Granny
talk
Apples,
about it
Granny
after
Smith
you
Apples, or
finish reading.
Granny Apples.
Granny Smith.
I
Granny
love Granny
Smith.
Apples.
Oh,
Hi,
hi,
everybody.
Peter.
But I'm just confused
Hi,
because
sweetie.
I don't see something before.
It was Granny Apples, then Granny Smithy.
Now I want a Granny Apple
Let me see.
because I can chew now.
How was work today, Davida?
Oh, it was okay. I'm getting more and more where I don't want to work. I just think you get to that stage in life and it's like, okay, I think I've had enough. I think I'm done. One more year.
Well, that's not too bad. Hi, Davida. How are you?
Hi, Nana. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
So it says
Okay, I'm
The
done.
internet will stay with you guys.
thousands of
still
people
waiting.
gathered in South London for a vigil, right? So, and then it says, killing has touched off a national reckoning over violence against women, despite police warnings that the event would be unlawful. As darkness fell, a crowd chanted, "Shame on you," and how many more, in what became a rally against gender violence. Some clapped their hands and others held tea lights or signs that read, "End violence against women. She was only walking home." The event in Clapham Commons, near where Ms. Everard was last seen on March 3rd on her way back from a friend's house, has drawn small groups at first, with people gathering in silence around a memorial where flowers had been laid. And earlier, Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, was among those who placed flowers at the memorial. Several women were arrested at the event, handcuffed by police, in scenes that drew outrage and wide spectrum, ranging from feminist organizations to conservative politicians. Other protesters, some unmasked, engaged in tense face-offs with the police. But on Saturday evening, the response by the force threatened to throw the Metropolitan Police into crisis. Top officials, including London's mayor, Sadiq Khan, and Home Secretary Priti Patel said that the response was upsetting and unacceptable, and that they had asked for a report into it. The scenes from Clapton Common are unacceptable, Mr. Khan said on Saturday evening. The police have a responsibility to enforce the pandemic laws, but from images I've seen, it's clear the response was at times neither appropriate nor proportionate. Okay, so let's see here. With Britain gradually coming out of a months-long lockdown, the fight over the vigil posed critical questions over balancing freedom of assembly and safety measures in the months to come, and recalled debates over marches against police brutality last year. Okay, 48-year-old police officer Wayne Couzens, who appeared in court on Saturday, has been charged with kidnapping and now with murder. And let's see, so go ahead. And then now, you have something to say about this?
Yeah, I do. Okay, so my cousin lives really close to there, and his wife frequently goes around the areas to bike ride and to walk and everything like that. So how it kind of all began was the word got out that Kate Middleton was going to come, and they thought, okay, we're going to throw a vigil. And how it kind of all began, she was explaining to me, was they weren't going to allow her to speak. And she has a voice. She, advocates, and they weren't going to allow her to speak. And that started an uproar with the women, yelling, "Let her speak, let her speak, let her speak." And then from that, there was no security, hardly any security around. And that posed a problem because there was a pretty large gathering. Oh, another reason why a lot of people went was because even though there's a curfew there, they're kind of in lockdown, but there's a curfew there. And because she was going, they felt, well, if she's breaking it, we're all going to show up. Nothing's going to happen, right? And I think also because of that publicity, a lot of people wanted to see her. Kate Middleton showing up, right? It's a big thing. And so there was mixed reactions from a lot of reasons why people went. Yes, they went for the they went for the vigil, but a lot of people wanted to capture Kate. So it became a media frenzy, like crazy media frenzy. Instead of it's not that they were, it was a bad thing that she showed up, but the problem was it turned into an opposite thing than the vigil that was more focused on her being there and hoping that she would speak. So time went on, and she went up there, and she was close, and she was laying flowers, and you could see that the crowd wanted her to say something. They were saying, "Let her speak," but some of the police were pushing her away and not allowing it, and that freaked the women out. It just totally upset them, because we don't know, she probably would have said some nice things, right? We don't know. So at that point, there was some protesters there who wanted to get recognized, and they started to do quite the opposite to try and get their attention, the focus. Sorry, I'm having a hard time with my thoughts tonight. Pardon me. They wanted to get the attention on them, this women's group. So it was really divided, and they started a huge ruckus. And they started to, the police started to come in, and they started to move people away. And so there was like 3 things going on all at once, she was saying. It was like the Kate Middleton thing, the vigil thing, and then these protesters that were trying to outshine the people to saying, get her to speak. And they got louder and louder, and then they got boisterous, and the women started to get boisterous, and one woman then shoved some police. They shoved some police, and then the police then shoved the woman, and that's when the frenzy started. And she kind of moved back because she was pretty close. She kind of moved out of it because she says it just went mayhem. It was just crazy at that point. And they were their police don't carry weapons or anything like that, so they were just shoving the women and trying to push these protesters back. And then the women started to, of course, say, like, it's violence, and they started to fight back. And there was a gun that went off of some sort, but we don't know what it was. And I think it hit a police van, and that was pretty scary. So that created more of a panic. Anyways, it turned into a huge mayhem and riots, and it was pretty crazy. So that's kind of the scoop on it. People are mixed reviews in regards to the whole thing. Like, I think a lot of people are really angry that this officer had a exposure. I don't know if it was a charge, or I'm not too sure if it was a charge, but he exposed himself or somewhere along the line, and they didn't do anything about it. And another thing is that a lot of the youth, they join the police force there. It's just a good thing. And how he was able to be only in the force for a few years and jumped up rank really, really quickly. And there's been some people there that have been there for a long, long time. So they were wondering, like, what the scoop is on that. And then there is the nosy neighbors who are trying to crime sleuth in regards to the conditions of the woman who was Sarah. Is it Sarah?
Sarah, yes.
Yeah. I don't want to get too graphic, but I'll just say that they had to use dental records.
Right. So, yeah.
Only because of the supposedly, allegedly, the condition she was in.
Right.
And those tunnels are frequent. I never went in them when I lived in them because they just creep me out. Like, I never went in them, but I know that there's tunnels, and a lot of people go down there, and their kids and stuff like that, right? So there's all sorts of stories that are going out about the conditions and everything like that. But I guess,
Uh-oh. Manicae's got cut out. Manicae's gone.
My point is that I feel really bad for the family.
Uh-oh.
You're cutting out,
Manicae, your sound is
like
going...
me that past.
Manicae, we can't hear you anymore. Hi, Judy with an eye. Hi, Suki. How are you?
Hi, Suki 2. Hi, Moo of 2.
Hi, everyone in chat.
Hi, Judy. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, Koopy. Loving Coco. And Granny Smith, don't worry about what anybody says. I mean, that, yeah, well, if you like that channel, you're not going to like it really here. What is that you're drinking?
Sparkling water.
It's fancy.
It's only 75 cents.
Looks fancy.
Yeah.
It's really good.
And you know what? You could use those bottles to put those lights in.
I saw that today at Walmart. Bottle
The
lights.
bottle lights, you can get them on Amazon really cheap. They come on a cork. You can get a whole bunch of sets. If you go on Vipon, you can get like lots of sets of them.
Yeah, this is a Mexican.
Oh, it's the
soda
Mexican one. Okay,
company.
yeah. Does it have is that like a label on there you can peel off?
No, it's made right into the bottle.
No, I guarantee you it's on plastic.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
You could take that off and
Wow.
that you could make a fairy light bottle.
What do you mean, a fairy light bottle?
That's what I mean with the bottle lights. It would look nice
Yeah,
on. It would
you
look
call
nice on your deck in your on the river.
Hi, Danielle.
Yeah. But you know, we have these in our grocery stores here
Okay.
because you know we're a lot of Mexican people here,
Yeah,
and we have the orange and the
I
grape.
know. I've seen the orange and the grape in the ethnic section of our Walmart, but I've never seen the sparkling water. I'm gonna have to look for those clear bottles. Let me see the thing because I'd like to cut them with the bottle cutter too. Wow.
But
Those
I
are-
like the label on it. I don't want to take the label off.
You don't want to take the label off?
No, I like the label.
Do you like the label?
Yeah.
You don't have to take it off, but you should. It'll look better.
You put
I
lights
almost
in it.
bought that bottle light tonight. I've never seen those.
You can get them on Amazon really cheap.
Yeah, because I think at Walmart it was like 5 something each.
Yeah, on Christmas time they had them cheap at Walmart in the Christmas section, but you can go on Amazon and get them and look at Vipon. There's coupon codes for them usually.
And you just put that cork right in the top.
Yeah, goes
Yep.
right in the bot, and then
It's
the lights go
connected.
in there. Yeah.
Will it, is it censored, you know, by the sun where it'll,
No, I don't. I mean, they probably have some that are like that. You have to look around. Some probably have a timer. Some probably are just on and off.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I'm not going to stay
this
on.
is made in Mexico too. Sorry, Nana Kay. It is
Sorry.
made in Mexico.
Yeah, I apologize. I have internet connection, so I just wanted to quickly, come on and let you know. I don't know if you have any questions. She was streaming it a little bit live, so I don't know. I'm just gonna, see, what comes of it. It's pretty sad, the whole scenario
Right.
and going on there,
Yeah.
But I have a favor, if I may ask. There's a little boy missing, and he's been missing since the March 7th. Okay,
Okay.
and he's been missing in Coventry. He's only 14,
Okay.
and his name is just a sec. Mackenzie Rogers, okay?
Okay.
And he was last seen March 5th, which is on a Friday. Now, he is kind of known as a runaway. My aunt, she lives near there, and she quite frequently remembers that he would skip school and things like that, right?
Right.
But she would never bring him in. And he's gone missing before, but they're concerned for his safety now.
Okay.
And the reason why I want to bring it up is because there's nothing on it at all. And I was wondering if I could show a picture, because I know you do have a lot of people here. Of
Yeah.
the
Let me
little
see. I might
boy.
be able to find it. Right. I can find one here. Hang on.
Okay, so
It'll be easier.
his name, if you look it up,
I got
it's
it. I got it right here.
Coventry Live.
Right.
Police searching for vulnerable Coventry boy 14. Now, my cousin's son knows of him too, because when he goes to Auntie's house, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's 2 years older, and he acts a lot older. He kind of pretends that he's older.
Without a
Oh, yeah. Hang on. I don't know what's going on
Oh,
here.
my internet might cut out again because it's really wonky now.
Okay.
I appreciate if you could maybe just put his face.
Yeah, it's up there. It's in Mackenzie Rogers was last seen in Coventry
Yes.
at 3:20 Friday, March 5th, and police say that they are growing increasingly concerned for his welfare. West Midlands Police confirmed on March 6th that Mackenzie was still missing. The teenager has learning difficulties, and the West Midlands Police say he has gone missing before, but they are currently concerned for his safety. Officers are out in the area as part of the search for Mackenzie, who is described as a white boy, 5'3" tall, medium build, with a shaved head. And West Midlands Police tweeted, "We're appealing for sightings of 14-year-old Mackenzie Rogers, who has gone missing in Coventry." And he's been missing before. Okay, let's see. If you see him, please get in touch by calling 101, that's in Canada, or message us via live chat. Yeah, hopefully he's found.
Yeah, I hope so, because it's a tight little town, and for him to just go missing is what's really weird. Like he kind of vagrants here and there and all that. So I just, thought if you could share that, get that out.
Yeah, I did. I did put it up there.
I appreciate so much, and everything like that. So I'm glad to hear that your thyroid is okay. I had a feeling that it was going to be okay. I think I even said to you, I think it's going to be okay. I think it was just all stress and stuff related. Yeah. So that's the update. I don't know what's going to happen with this protest, if it's going to continue on.
I don't know. We'll just see and see if there's any new developments in the case and why the wife was charged. Do you know why the wife was charged?
Not yet. I don't know. There's so many rumors going around, and I like truth and facts, so I don't want to speculate. The only thing I can think of is because what do you call it when somebody who commits a crime such and they're living together? There's a word for it. Not an accessory, but I'm trying to think.
She was charged with aiding an offender.
That's it. Yeah, aiding an offender. So I don't know.
Did she lie for him or say? I mean, would that be?
I don't know. Like, people talk there. Like, it's like they really talk, and there's all sorts of crazy things being said, and I just don't. We just have to see what happens. But it's quite a ruckus. It's quite a ruckus for sure, especially given that who he is and the position that he held, and the fact that they didn't do anything with the exposure is questionable too, right? I mean, that just wouldn't happen in any police force in America and Canada. If an officer was to have that happen, they'd be under suspension right away. They surely wouldn't be pushed up to rank. Like, that's pretty quick. It takes quite a long time to get moved up. My cousin's friend's been in the force for 11 years, and he only had one move up since. And it wasn't as high a rank, right? So I don't know too much about it, except for, with Philippa, of what she's saying, and that they definitely need to have more protection for the women out there, because that area, when women go, they get harassed a lot. Over in that area, men have not too much respect for women. They'll say derogatory remarks all the time, and it's uncomfortable. You just want to go for a ride or a walk, right? And it's unheard of. We wouldn't have that in Canada. I don't know about America, but not in Canada.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll see, I guess, what happens there. I'm just trying.
I just feel bad for the family, because I think, I don't know if this is a fact, but I think that they heard it through they didn't get a direct call. They heard it through media about her being found. I'm not 100 on that. So again, media, you know, the way they expose things sometimes is twisted.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They're not actually being. It's better when you have boots on the ground with people, and that's, you know, why I came on, because I kind of had Philippa there, and
Right, yeah, absolutely. Thanks for
wow.
letting us know. And
yeah,
like I said, we will be watching it and
yeah.
see what's
Yeah.
going on. Paradise, if you can hear me, I got your email. I have considered that. And Scooter, I just forwarded something to you from Whisper to Me. I haven't checked my email all day, and for days, in case
Okay,
anybody's
I will
wondering.
check it.
What?
I will check.
Okay.
Before I jump down, I just want to thank all those who are sending prayers and good thoughts. Tomorrow I'm going for a biopsy on the roof of my mouth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. The one thing with the palate of my mouth, it comes down. So when they do x-rays, even if, you know, with that little tab, if it digs in, it damages the roof of my mouth. And I ended up having to get some mouthwash, hoping to clear it up. And when I had the crowns put on just this past week, she said it's not looking good. They say it could be just fungus, and when I looked it up, they said it could be stress, it could be, I've had a lot of acid reflux lately,
Mm-hmm.
it could be from dental trauma, which I didn't know. So I'm going for a biopsy tomorrow. I have no idea. Hopefully it's just a swab. I'm hoping it's not going to be a needle in there. So
We have a super chat.
I just hope that everything will be okay. And thank you for your support, who gave it to me.
We'll be thinking and praying for you, Nana Kay.
Thank you. I think
Thank you,
it can
Tammy,
be,
McD. Good night, everyone. See you tomorrow for cooking. Have a great night. Thank you, Tammy. See you tomorrow.
I think it can be cleared up with antibiotics if it's just what it is. But
Yeah, we'll
this
pray for you.
mouthwash-
We have, look on my phone what
Thanks,
just came up.
Paradol.
Child
I'll look at it when I have
abduction.
more time
What?
to read. Yeah, but
Carolyn.
thanks. Yeah. What is that
Just
about?
popped up.
Indianapolis.
Oh yeah.
Child abduction alert?
Yeah.
Indianapolis. Let me see.
I had to.
Right over on my phone.
I had
Push
it.
the screen down in the corner.
Get her. I was doing some housework and I had the Amber Alert go on, and I got a new detector in my house, and it beeps. So this beep kept on going and going and going, and I kept on thinking it was my fire detector. I'm going outside, I don't see any smoke, I don't smell anything, I don't see any engines. Turned out to be my phone with the Amber Alert. If you don't click OK, it keeps going and going and going. I didn't know that. Anyways, so I'm going to jump down. I'll keep you guys updated. For hopefully it's a positive result.
Okay, yeah, we're
I'm
praying for
treating
you.
my eyes with dry eye. I got dry eye. I'm treating them, so it's kind of difficult for me to read, but I am listening, and I hope you're all healthy and safe and everything like that. Okay.
All right. Have a good
Thanks,
night,
Carolyn.
Nana Kay. All right, thanks for coming on.
Thank you, dear.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm looking up this Amber Alert, and
Huh?
I'm trying to look.
I was just wondering if it would, since, you know,
I'm not
I guess
see-
probably just happened, right? In Indianapolis.
Yeah, but I'm not seeing it. Does it give you any more information than that?
It said the car, you know, a Chevy Impala. I clicked off of it now.
How old?
It didn't say,
Oh,
which is unusual, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it will give a lot more information.
Yeah. You sure it's the real one?
Yeah. Yeah, it just popped up as an emergency.
Is anyone else there in Indianapolis that would get that on the chat?
Not that I know of. And remember, I'm not Indianapolis.
Right. I know.
I guess it's just because I'm in the state, you know?
What did you guys do today?
Oh, I got aggravated most of the day. Just because I was going up and down, up and down, up and be trying to find what I need to find. I still can't find those darn freaking bunnies that I had to check out. And to do the DIY, I finished a little bit of the DIY with the with that black and white thing. And then what else did I do? Tried to organize some craft stuff, but it's just like I don't know what the hell I'm doing because I have stuff in too many places and just getting aggravated and that stuff. That's what I did. So what did you do, Scooter? You got a new shirt?
No, this is not new. This is way old. It's just a cover-up thingy.
Okay.
Cute.
All right. You got dressed up tonight. You went to the store.
Yeah, we just went to Walmart.
Okay.
We stopped over at Bonnie's on the way for a few minutes. And,
All right. And then
that
what?
was it. Nothing exciting.
Nothing exciting?
No. I bought the stuff for tomorrow. I have it here on the table. Asked Bonnie if she knew about that Rayo's sauce. You know,
Right.
I told her how Sandy said it was so good. And
Yeah.
that you ordered it. And you said it's so good and it's supposed to be close to Italian. And she's like, oh yeah, I've seen it. She goes, I think that stuff is like $8, $9 a jar.
Well, you can get it for $6 in Walmart, and then I've heard that it goes on sale, like in ShopRite. If you can catch it on sale, it'll go down to like $4. So the key was to buy it
because it was $8.98
in Walmart.
Yes, but I got the smaller one because it's just Lexi and I right now.
Yeah.
So it was I don't know, 6 something, I think, 6.38.
Well, what do you call the smaller one? Was it 24 ounces?
Let's see.
Because I didn't see another size. I only saw one size.
Oh yeah, the 24 ounce.
Oh, that's the big size. So that's the right price, $6. You saw one bigger than that?
Or did I pick up the big one and thought I got the small one?
No, that's the one that's $6 something in Walmart.
Found that, okay.
It is. Don't you have a Walmart? You have a Walmart app where you can scan it?
Well, yeah, but I don't do that.
Okay, well, I'm telling you, that's the $6 one.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
Okay, then they have a bigger one that's almost $9.
I can't believe that. I only saw one size.
Sizes.
Hmm?
I thought I got the smaller one. Maybe I didn't. I don't know.
I'm going to open this bowl right here. This is the other bowl that Jimmy got for me.
And I've never gotten the marinara, but I got it just because you said that you do, and so did me. Yes, you and Davida.
And my son Michael was here today working out again. You know, he comes almost every other day to work out with Jimmy. So I said, hey, did you hear this sauce? He goes, let me see. Yeah, I said, you know about this sauce too? Nobody told me.
He knew about it too?
He knew it too, but I don't know if he tried it or he just knows about it. And he said, no. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is on that.
Well,
My kids are the ones that told me too. I had no clue about it until they told me.
I'm sure I won't be buying it very often. I make my own, you know.
I said to my son, I said, they make spaghetti too. And he goes, yeah.
Mary, this is a spaghetti sauce, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've got a ketchup here, and it's a regular ketchup.
Oh, it comes from Montclair, New Jersey.
Montclair, New Jersey.
Made in Italy, product of Italy.
That's the only jarred sauce that my kids would eat.
Hi, Moo.
She knows about it too. She knows about it too. See, that is crazy.
You knew about it,
Sweet
Moo?
relish.
Huh?
You knew about this already?
Yeah, we were getting that when my kids were young. I mean, I can't remember the first how young, but
My daughter says no
it
great
goes
treats.
around New York. I think it's from a restaurant out of New
Yeah.
York.
Classico.
Classico is Prego, though.
No.
Prego is good.
Well, maybe for people that
I
are not
think this is
Italian.
better than any of them.
Oh, stop.
Prego is like perfume.
I like Prego.
Stop.
If I
Shelves.
get jar sauce.
The ones, I could never eat the ones that have sugar added.
Did you see what that company sent me? I went nuts on my strongly worded letter to them. I went freaking nuts on them.
I saw that. I couldn't believe it.
I went nuts on them. And
I
I told
didn't
them,
see it.
Oh,
Monday?
listen, Carolyn.
what?
Sorry, Cher says, to Scooter, 4 dead on Indy's east side, 6-month-old child taken from scene and missing, Amber Alert.
Oh no, 6 months. Oh,
Hold on, I'll check it out.
4 dead?
so they must have killed them.
Where are they 4 dead? Where? On Indy's?
Indianapolis.
Hold on.
Kevin Leonard is saying 4 children dead and 1
Oh
missing.
no.
Let me
East
check
side
it out.
of
Let me check it out.
Oh, I just got goosebumps.
Yeah, Sharon Martin, I'm sure this will be good, but I'll just keep making my own.
She knows it too, Sharon Martin?
No, she said
The
she
whole
makes
world knows it.
spaghetti sauce too. Dave loves my spaghetti sauce. Oh, the alert is on the TV now.
Okay,
James
I found it.
Montel.
I found it. Okay, it says 4 people were found dead, including a child and a 6-month-old girl is missing after a woman found shot directed police to a home on the city's Near East Side. Officials with the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department were called about 8:15 p.m. on Saturday to an intersection of East New York and North Randolph Streets on a report of a person shot. Police initially said a woman was found with injuries consistent with a gunshot wound and that the victim was in critical condition. She was taken to an area hospital where she was stable. And while talking to her, investigators learned that there may be other victims at another location. Officer Janae Cook said at the scene, officers went to the 300 block of North Randolph Street because of the woman's information. They went into a home and they found 4 people who were dead. One of these people was a young child. And it's not clear how old the other victims were. Police are looking for a 6-month-old girl who is missing from that home. The infant, Malaya Halfaker, Halfa, like acre, C-R-E, it looks like Halfaker, was possibly taken in a 2012 black Chevy Impala with Indiana Ingawi Trust Plate CJA 272. If the vehicle spotted, citizens are encouraged to not approach the vehicle and immediately call 911. She may be in the company of a man. Police believe Malaya may be in danger and need to check her welfare. Police are in the process of an Amber Alert at this time. Anyone with information is asked to call the IMPD Missing Persons Unit 317-327-6160 or Crime Stoppers 317-262-TIPS or dial 911. Around 7 p.m. on Saturday, police responded to the Smallwood Apartments on the city's southeast side where the woman had been found shot inside an apartment and was pronounced dead at the scene. Police are searching for a 7-year-old boy missing from that scene. So now there's, 2 Amber Alerts, but they're not saying much about the second one yet?
I haven't heard anything on that.
I don't know. Crazy.
I hope that baby is gonna be okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, come say hello to your mother.
Fry, come here, baby. Come here, little one.
So Bitey cat arrived.
Fry. Hi, Bitey cat.
Fry, where are you? Oh, Fry, there you are. Yes. Come say hello. Oh, Bitey cat won't let him near the camera. God, they had a massive cat. Or did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter and Milo decided to get alpha male with each other. Oh, there's your cat. He's over by the cactus. See him?
Yes, I do.
Fry.
Hi, Fry.
Come here, Fry. Come. This is Alma's doing a welfare check on the cats.
Oh, what did they get? They got a new cactus?
Yes,
I noticed that right away.
yes. They like the cactus. But they don't like anything as much as that broccoli tree.
What do they do with that cactus? They scratch on that cactus?
Yeah, it's a scratcher, and the top part is soft and mushy, so they can scratch it, and it's, it's like they can sort of play with it.
Okay.
Okay, so guess what? Guess what we unpacked?
I don't know.
Mixer.
What did you unpack?
The KitchenAid mixer.
Finally?
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Do you want to see what else?
Yeah.
What is it you're cooking tomorrow?
Biscotti with meatballs.
Oh, wow.
Italian, real Italian meatballs.
I have to show you.
Oh my gosh. I just saw something really disturbing on Craigslist.
What?
In the doll section. I mean, like, horrendous. Like, it needs to be reported. Like, I don't even know how that's up there.
Really?
Yeah. Absolutely horrendous.
A doll that needs to be reported?
Well, it is horrendous. What?
Oh, look what Moo has. She has onions. She has biscuit. She
Good
has
girl, Moo.
sauce.
I don't know which of these tomatoes is good, though.
Oh, good.
Oh, you're all ready? You're going to turn the stove on tomorrow?
Yes, I turned it on.
Hallelujah.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
Boy, there's more than just one miracle happening.
That's a big day.
wow.
That's a big day.
I know. And I have these nice knives that I can use for my spaghetti.
Be careful with them.
I
Don't want to have any bleeders or anything.
Oh gosh, no. Fry thinking it's okay to be on the counter. Fry, say hello to Scooter.
Hi, Fry.
Fry.
You're going to have some biscotti and meatballs?
Nobody will eat my food when they see this cat up here. That's so gross.
You're gonna get. Scooter sent me some kind of weird wacky video the other day. It said cooking with cat hair.
I sent that to you. Moo saw it. Moo saw it.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Okay.
I know. No,
Everyone's excited, Moo.
I would rather have the cat hair than her hair hanging. You know, she had it up for once. You know?
Right.
yeah, that cake was. I can't even call it a cake. What was? That was pretty grim.
It was, wasn't it?
Yes. Oh my.
Did you see that, Scooter?
What?
Did you see that?
What?
I sent it to your Facebook Messenger.
Oh,
Get ready.
okay.
I don't know how that could, that something like that could be on Craigslist.
Scared to
Seriously.
look.
But what?
I'm scared to look.
Go ahead.
Hi, Lisa H. Hi, Pam W.
Hi. MW Lisa H.
Look at Scooter's face.
What?
Look at Scooter's face. Can you believe that?
No.
It's on Craigslist like that.
It's a.
Oh, gosh, it's horrendous.
It's not a baby doll.
No. But why is it on there like that? Why would they even allow that picture? Because that doesn't even look like that. How did that pass through a filter?
Scooter, can you send me that?
Oh my gosh.
Yes, you're on Messenger, right? I'll get you right now.
Me? I'm just send it to my phone. Well, send it anywhere.
I don't know how they can allow that.
I don't either.
How can that pass through the filter?
That's like an X-rated,
Yeah,
you know?
how can that pass through their filter? And that's the front page. And they go like this. Don't post any ads for MLMs or puppies. I love their regulations.
No, I can do it, Moo. I'm copying the
Hi,
link.
Recliner Detective. It's highly disturbing, Lisa H.
It's something that would be found in an adult store.
Yeah, but it's weird looking. Like the thighs are really weird looking, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like heavy. Yeah, really weird. Like very, very
They
weird.
look like arms that are bent or something. I wonder if that's so the guy can hold on to the arms.
And
or
like
something.
100 pictures, like of it. Ugh. And it's used too. Like who would buy that?
Oh,
Oh, what are they asking? Like $1,000?
Let's see. Oh, I see it now when you click on there. When you click
my
on the
God.
picture, that looks like man's legs. Did you see that?
Yes.
When you click on it,
Yeah, they're like a heavy. I thought it was a real person at first.
they're like men's muscular legs.
Yeah.
Maybe
The
it is a
thighs
real.
anyway, and then they.
No, Alma, it's a person, like a full-size
One-
freaking person doll. It's not blow up. No.
$1,000. It's $1,000.
Oh my.
that's
Battery
really.
Park, Manhattan. Oh, and it flips over.
Ugh.
From the back, the legs, look normal, but she's
Oh.
5'3" and weighs 150 pounds.
Yeah, but I don't even know how it, Heartmade Wise, how it even passed their filters. And the guy put like 47 pictures of this thing.
Oh,
It's highly disturbing.
Oh, she has painted nails. Did you see that?
No, I was highly disturbed. She has painted nails.
Yeah. Those thighs, man.
Yeah.
And a big old booty.
oh my word.
And gross. And does it say used? What does it say? Used only a few times? Oh, gosh, I can't even.
Yeah, that's the worst part. Oh my God.
Must come and pick up at my apartment. Has blue fabric
Is that
mark
what it said?
Oh my gosh, that's like a recipe to get killed.
on the
Yes.
skin due to summer heat temperature. Doesn't even spell it right. That was my bad. I should have put on white. The doll is a beautiful blank doll, V doll, 5'3". Also, the doll weighs 150 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, well, you know what kind of doll it is. You know where they got it.
Oh, gross.
Says condition new.
Yuck.
What did it say about something melted on it?
Oh, Ash.
Blue fabric. mark on the skin due to summer heat temperature.
But you must pick it up at my apartment?
Yeah, you must pick it up at my apartment.
Oh my gosh.
Doesn't even have his bed
People are
meat.
down
Did you
his
notice
door.
that?
It's gross. Like, how is that new? That's disgusting.
And
He's going
one
to kill
part
the
of the
person that
bed-
goes to get that.
I don't think he has a sheet on one part of the bed. Or wait, maybe that's a mattress pad.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a couple of different ones, I think.
Oh,
wait.
heck.
Oh, wait, no.
No. He's just got a lot of different pictures of that.
Amy.
What?
I'm going to
You said serial
read
killer.
be here tomorrow. Should I reply that you're coming tomorrow?
Yeah, right. You should be like, I'm going to come from Indiana for that. Now, what time is good for you?
For you. That
Yeah,
you would be
right.
coming.
I bet he took it for a test drive. I am sure. Like, why would he have that? And it's on his freaking bed under sheets. It's gross.
Well, you know he's a weirdo. Anyone
Yeah.
in the right mind
And
wouldn't
but it's
go
so
there.
gross. If you look at dolls in New York, it shows up that if you guys want to see it, you just go to Craigslist and pick New York and look at dolls. Just type in the
And
word
it'll
search
pop
dolls,
up.
and it'll come up there, and it's disgusting. And I don't know how that is still there. What date was that posted?
I don't know. I didn't look at the date.
And he says, do not contact me with unsolicited services or offers.
Ugh. So gross. Let's see.
Oh, he just wants the price, $1,000. That's it.
I guess so. I can give you a post to the. Oh my gosh, it's so gross looking. I'll give you
Isn't
a post
Battery
to the
Park
query.
like a ritzy area or no?
What?
Isn't Battery Park like a ritzy type area or no? No, never mind. I don't think it is.
Battery Park is nice, but she's talking about going to the Bronx.
Here's the query page, which means it has all the dolls on it. And if you scroll down, you'll see what I mean. Okay. Hold on, I'm trying to find the chat now. I can't find the chat. Here, I'm just going to put it in, and then I'm going to delete it after you
Are you
go.
putting it in regular chat?
Yeah, but it's not that to that. It's not just to that thing. It's to the whole page of dolls. So they scroll down. Just get it, and then you scroll down, and you'll see it clear as day. I'm going to give you like a minute or so with that, and then I'm going to delete it.
Click on it, guys, if you want to see. Muppets and Manilow found something that she sent me a picture of today from Facebook Marketplace. One of the ugly dolls, but she was terrified of it. It was hilarious looking.
Really?
Yeah, and I told her I wanted her to get it so she could think of me. But she said no, it would give her nightmares. So I said, well, can you find it again? Because I might buy it. It was a little boy. Looked like he was screaming.
Oh, really?
Oh, dear Lord. Dear Lord.
Horrendous.
What?
How is
I
that
don't think
allowed?
that's a doll.
How? I didn't think it was a doll either, but how is that freaking allowed?
You know what? It's seriously because
No, click on the
there
other.
could be little kids.
I know, it's horrible. And yet they don't sell any puppies. Oh, please don't post ads for MLMs. But this will go through.
Are you sure that it's a doll?
Yes, click on the pictures. There's like 10 pictures.
That's gross.
Ugh.
Ooh. Gosh, that's almost
Aren't the
scary.
legs weird looking?
Oh, now I can tell that it's a doll.
Yeah.
gosh. So guys sleep with this thing?
Who would want that after this guy's had it?
I don't know. But you know what? He's a weirdo because look at the bedding that it's on.
That's what I said.
Scroll down,
my
Sharon.
God.
Scroll down. I put the ad. You guys had to be quick.
Alma, she put the
I
link
put it
in.
in. I said I wasn't going to leave it in. I'm going to do it one more time. And I'm telling you, you got like 30 seconds. And then I'm taking it out
Where are you putting it?
in the chat.
You know what's
Oh,
One
weird?
Mississippi, two
her
Mississippi,
head
three
is so
Mississippi,
little
four
compared to her
Mississippi,
body.
five Mississippi, six.
It's hard.
Her face
honest
is
to
weird.
God,
Go
I
ahead,
never knew
Alma.
they
It's
made
right
those
above
like
there.
that. I really didn't.
Click on it, Alma.
Go ahead, Alma. You're not going to like it.
I'm going to
Lisa
be
H
taking
says
it out in 10 seconds.
no.
It's going out in
I
10
cannot
seconds.
repeat it.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Gross.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gone. How far
that's real
down?
quick.
Just scroll right down. You'll see it. Just scroll right down.
But you know, to me, what's almost as disturbing as the doll,
Mhm.
and I know this is going to sound probably weird, is the way he had it on the bedding.
Yeah.
You
And
know
the
what I
sheet-
mean?
yes,
It's like
yes.
something out of Criminal Minds.
Yeah. And you have to definitely go to his apartment and pick it up. And what's he going to put
Yeah,
in your
come
clothes, or
on.
are you going to
I
carry
mean-
it out like that? Come on.
Yeah, let's let the cops go in and get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Lori Coley, it's already been in twice.
Yeah, that was weird. Lisa, I need to take a double dose of my night.
It's
Hi,
weird.
Deborah Vancouverton.
He's saying above Battery Park, but it's, I mean, if he's saying greater than, it's above it, but I mean, this is in Morrisania in the Bronx.
It's disgusting.
Gross.
Kevin Leonard, I didn't look because you can't unsee those things.
That's sad, though, that people need those things,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Well, and again, serial killer. You know, I mean,
we'll get
twisted.
them. Women get those men ones too, you know.
I mean, the doll looks like a scary movie.
Wasn't there a movie
face.
where there was a guy and it was called Somebody's Girlfriend or something? What was that movie called? And the guy fell in love with the doll?
Yeah.
What was the name of that?
Was that the mannequin?
Yeah, wasn't it like
With the
Hal's
red-
Girlfriend or
That
something? Or,
black guy in there, he was in this. He was the star, or whatever his name is.
oh, what was
I
that?
think
What
I
was that
remember, but I
called?
don't remember the name of it.
Girlfriend.
Somebody's Girlfriend, like Hal's Girlfriend or something.
Just girlfriend, wasn't it, or her? Was it her?
Herb's Girlfriend?
Oh, her was virtual, I think.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, what was that movie, guys, where he fell in love with a mannequin or something?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was back in the 70s or 80s, wasn't it? James' mom, I've lived a sheltered life.
Toe hair alert, kitty wash.
I'll bet you he's a sleazy,
Oh, Lars'
dirty.
girlfriend, right? Lars' girlfriend.
Yeah. Hi, Tracy Claus. Don't you think he's probably a sleaze bag?
Yeah, and would you go to someone's apartment and
No.
pick that up? Come on.
I would. No, I wouldn't.
Oh,
I mean, right away, danger, danger, danger. Ooh. I mean, you're
Hi, Tracy
asking for
Claus.
trouble if you go to something like that.
Yee.
Alma, did you see it?
Look at Danielle. Never. Lark, the doll was epic.
He doesn't even say that he has clothes for it, so you could take it out clothed or something, you know?
Well, why would you? Did you see the size of the head compared to the body? You couldn't even pretend that was a real person if you wanted to get into the carpool lane.
Ugh. Ugh.
That was bizarre. Teresa said, I'll be back. I have to take my eyes out.
Oh my gosh, there's another one in here up on upstate New York.
Danielle said Elma's still there.
Throwing up. You can't even look up dolls anymore on Craigslist.
Isn't that sad?
What did you see in Upstate?
It says silicone dolls, and then you see the back of one with red hair.
See some of the toys in WeHo. What is that, Alma?
Which is one?
She says yeah, WeHo. WEHO.
Oh gosh, that doesn't sound like a good site. WeHo? Come on, Scooter. WeHo?
Well, that's what she has that. That's what she said. Kevin, I don't have a bid on that.
You can't look up doll anymore. This is horrible.
Hi, honey. How you doing?
Yeah, Alma, you're right. West Hollywood.
Oh, West Hollywood.
Oh, West Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
Ugh, gross. Honest to God, that reminded me of the Criminal Minds series. Couldn't you just see that on Criminal? Well, they wouldn't show it, but you know, it would be a story like that.
Yeah, gross.
Yeah. I mean, and you know that he's probably so flippin' dirty, and he probably has cockroaches, and his house probably smells because look at the bedding was so awful. I was looking more at the bed.
And he probably kills people. And
yes.
Yeah, and it's just so gross, and I don't know, it's just so gross, and ugh, who would buy that? Is anybody really going to buy that?
Oh, it shows.
Okay, Alma, yeah, West Hollywood. Swipe that doll. Wait. Oh, Lisa H. No, I think I'll pass on that one.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So gross. It's disgusting. I gotta get something like that.
God, it's so weird to see something like that, you know, innocent little ragged mans.
I know. You can't even search
Little
for a doll.
doll.
It's disgusting.
That would stop. That would, you know, stop a guy from committing a crime. Great, you know, but I don't think it would.
Well, I think that he's using that to lure people.
Like, why is he selling it?
Yeah, that's true. Why?
Yeah. Did he get a girlfriend?
Maybe he got tired of her and found a better doll.
Breaking up with you, Lois. You're not the woman you used to be. Wasn't it, Laura? It was disgusting. Yep, stranger danger. That's right, Uptown Girl.
Disgusting.
Uptown Girl. I like that song.
Oh my goodness. How did work go? You didn't feel like beating up any people?
Just one.
One?
And you know what? And I had to laugh under my breath because I was thinking of you guys.
Kevin writing down in the Excel sheet? Okay. That's another one. It's another infraction on DeVita.
Well, I mean, I wasn't real mad, but okay, what happened was,
get the sheet up.
it drives me nuts when people are rude. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And so I was helping this woman, and she was elderly, and she was trying to find some material to help, I think it was her son or grandson. And I mean, and I'm talking elderly,
Okay.
older than me. And so, and she's taking a little bit of time to walk, so I'm kind of walking slow with her. And these people could see me that I was helping her. And so they're standing there and putting all their material out. They're seeing me walk back with material.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, I'll help you when I'm done helping her, okay?
Right.
And they kind of looked at me as if to say, well, why can't you help us? So I just kind of looked at them as if to say, move along. I'm trying to help this little lady that's about to fall.
Right.
So they did. They went back and stood there. But the way they could see what was going on. And so they proceeded to come up and put all their material there. And it irritated me. And she just wanted to talk because I think she was lonely. So I was trying to talk to her for a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
But that's the only time today. I was too busy, I guess, to get too angry.
That's good. Not too angry.
Judy, I sent it to you in Slack.
So just one more year, DeVita?
Yes, one more year, Moo. Can't you see it? I mean, I can tell. I'm getting to that point where it's like, okay, I just can't deal too much more.
Yep, that's how I felt. It was a relief to just get out.
I want to wait until I can get I could get my Social Security now, but I don't want to get it yet because I'm not going to wait till I'm 70 because well, they wait, they want you to wait because then you're going to be dead, and they don't got to pay you as long. I mean, I know their tricks, but I'm going to do it at 66 and a half, so I'll get kind of midway.
Oh
So
yeah,
that's what I'm for.
it all evens out. That's why I went ahead at 68. I was going to wait till I was 7, but it just wasn't worth it. It doesn't.
No.
If you
It's
do
not
the
worth it.
math, it just isn't worth it.
So at least I have kind of a goal, now that I'm looking at. So that's good.
That's great.
Do you have a big calendar you're checking it off on?
Well, no, but maybe I'll start.
The big red marker?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Danielle, Davita's episode, what grinds her gears. I love it. I don't know. I don't know why. I just don't have tolerance for stupid. You know what I mean? I just don't. I don't know what it is.
But I picture you
I get,
working more at like a store like, oh, I don't know, AutoZone.
Huh?
With that kind of attitude. Do you know what I mean? It's like most of the people, especially the people in the fabric section of Hobby Lobby that I run into are just like,
sweet.
yeah,
You say
hi.
it.
Oh, what are you making with that? Oh, that sounds lovely. Oh, wow.
Well, I do say that.
Oh,
I
wow.
do say that.
That is so good.
The
Get
people
over here,
that
I'll kill you.
that warrant that.
Good night, Sharon Martin. Sweet
Good night,
dreams.
Sharon, Sharon Martin. See you later, Sharon Martin. Because AutoZone, you could get really fed up with somebody in there, And it wouldn't even be out of character. Did you see that little jerk? He tried to walk out with the brake pads. I've had it with him. I'm calling, yes. I mean, maybe that would be good for you. I don't know.
No. I don't want to be irritated.
Okay.
Caroline, what time is it where you're at now?
Oh, it's 3:37. Wait a minute, did we spring ahead?
Yeah.
Oh, and nobody told us.
No, they've been saying it in chat. Kevin told me earlier.
We didn't have
Yeah.
we didn't have the big party when we sprung ahead.
It's only 1:38 here.
You're going to spring ahead real soon.
I know.
You're going to spring ahead. Davita's going to spring ahead the last.
Yeah.
Right, Davita? It's still, what time is it there for you?
It's 11:30.
I can't believe it's 11:30 over there for her. That's ridiculous.
I know.
I know. See, and I'm always raring to go, and you guys are tired.
I don't know. I'm not tired now, though. Oh my gosh, for the
Caroline,
love.
Can you put me in recipes, please?
Yeah, sure. I thought you were, aren't you?
No, I
Sharon
don't
didn't
know.
think she was, but she is.
No, I don't see it.
I'm gonna check.
Oh, but I'm blind. I mean, I can't.
Lou, are you gonna cook on camera tomorrow?
Well, the thing is that I was going to cook the recipe that I've been cooking.
Oh, you could cook whatever recipe you want. We're all gonna cook recipes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can cook whatever you want. You can. It's the whole thing. Like, you can show what you do, and then somebody can, say, "Hey, I'd like to do it like that one."
Oh, okay. Because it was the last thing I cooked in 2016, and it was the very last thing I cooked, and then I never cooked again.
Wow,
So
you
I thought,
remember the
oh,
very last thing you cooked?
Huh?
You remember that?
Yeah, I do. I mean, because I basically died, and I made spaghetti sauce, and I was just like, that was it. I just cracked. It was like the last effort I made, and then I never could do it again.
Huh.
So it was memorable. Anyway, so I was, when my kids were over the other day, we were talking about that. I said, well, now that I'm, alive after all, that should be the first thing I make as an alive person.
That's fantastic, Moo.
So
I'm glad you're going to be cooking.
Yeah, it's funny. It's so odd not to cook. I've cooked all my life.
Gretchen, you're reactivated.
Has anyone heard how Lorianne is doing?
She was in chat tonight. She was in chat tonight on the Happy Mail chat.
Oh,
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
Oh,
I
now I
didn't see that.
That in me. Okay. Now I see it.
Is she feeling better?
How's she feeling, Scooter?
Well, she was laughing and stuff.
Oh, okay.
She's not in the hospital, is she?
No.
Yeah, what would happen to Coco?
Hmm.
Could you see Coco with the little doctor's jacket on? Laying in the bed with her. That would be so cute.
It would be.
I just don't understand how I cannot find like listings for puppies anywhere. It's so weird. I just freaking out. Freaking out.
Hi, Tracy Kloss. I know you're blind now, Judy.
Are you starting? What time are you starting? 12 or what?
Yeah, and Elisa D better have her days right.
Elma.
Wait, which is it? 12.
Yeah, no, 1 o'clock for you guys. Well, if you want to come into Slack around like 12:30, we're gonna start getting people assembled in Slack. It won't be live till 1 o'clock.
Oh,
But I'll put the Slack numbers in around 12:30
Eastern time.
Eastern time.
So that would be 9:30 from me.
Davita's like, oh my gosh, it's so early. Blame Lisa and the other contestants.
Lisa D, you better know about this lady.
She literally asked me as I was sitting in the waiting room, so are we getting on with Sandy or what are we doing? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm going for a biopsy. Oh my God. I thought it was today, she goes. I said, no, it's Sunday. Oh.
Well, then she'll know. She'll
I hope
remember
so. I hope so. I hope so. "24 inches by 27 feet." Yes.
It's 8:30 for you, right? No.
Who?
Oh, yeah. QB says 8:30 for me. So where's she at?
Wait, Kubi is in Arizona.
Oh.
Oh. She doesn't do she doesn't do daylight savings time in Arizona. Oh.
Very interesting.
Mm-hmm. So what else is going on? Oh, let me see what else I was going to say about anything I watched. Did you watch anything, Scooter? Did you watch anything?
Yes. But oh gosh, I sound like DeVita now, but I am so mad at my cable company.
Why?
We pay a fortune. We pay a fortune, okay?
Yeah.
And our TV in the family room, the big TV, it's so hard to, when I'm pushing on the remote to have it go to the right,
Right.
to pick out anything, it takes forever. There's like no connection. And then it finally will, it'll let me click after like 5 minutes. It'll move a little. And then you click on what you want to watch. And I was wanting to watch that Pharaoh and
Right.
Woody Allen.
Yeah.
So clicked on episode 1 and it was horrible. I mean, it would start and then stop, start and then stop. I unplugged everything, waited, tried again, did everything, and it was horrible. I could never get it to play right.
Were you yelling?
With everything, yes.
Were you yelling? Were you like, what is wrong with this? Were you doing that?
No, but
No?
I've got to remember to call them because this is ridiculous. It works everywhere else in the house. But in here, I don't know what the problem is.
But that one that you're having the problem with, that's the motherboard, right?
Yes,
For the rest of them?
yes.
Yeah, so you have to have them change that. Say, hey, I'm paying too much money for this. Get me a new remote. Whatever you got to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. You're paying too much.
I watched that whole thing, all 3 so far. Its 4th is coming out tomorrow.
You watched all 3, and okay, you want to talk about that? How you feel about that?
Oh my gosh! I mean, I said that.
You're right, Alma. She says, tell Dave to stop ordering those World War II movies. Okay, sorry, Moo. Go
Those
ahead.
are good movies, though.
Yeah.
Good movies.
They are.
No, I followed the whole thing when they were going through this, but watching it, it just, when she was talking, I mean, it's like what you were saying. It's both of them are very odd.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea that you would have a 7-year-old child, and how old is Moses? What was he, like 10 or 12? To find those pornographic pictures and then go home and tell children that, you know, daddy took nasty pictures of your sister.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you tell your children that?
Mm-hmm.
How does this ever get into a, you know, they said, well, oh, we had a family meeting. How do you
Right.
have a family meeting with your children and tell them that their father figure took porn pictures of this? I mean, how do you,
Mm-hmm.
that is nuts.
Right.
And, you know, whether or not, it's so hard to tell with a child, a 7-year-old, it's so hard to tell what they actually remember and what they think they're supposed to remember because someone told. I mean, that's impossible to figure out. But the idea that you would have this go into the courts, into the public view, have it in constant family conversations, going over it and over it and over it. So, I mean, this kid she was only 7.
Right.
And there was, you know, the examinations they did, whatever happened.
Yeah, she didn't want to talk to the doctor the first day. And then she brought her back.
Well, yeah. But to beat it into a kid's head, I mean, where they have to be interviewed, what was it, like 8, 9 times?
Mm-hmm.
I think 9 times. And then Sunny Hostin, she's a prosecutor that was talking about it. She was saying the last thing you do is interview a kid more than, you know, the idea is to keep that type of interview goes to a minimum.
Right.
It was interviewed repeatedly, and then it's been dragged out and dragged out. I mean, I can't, even if he did everything they said, which wouldn't be surprising either,
Mm-hmm.
none of it, you know, helped this child to have this beaten into her head for all these years. What is she, like 35, 36 now? I forget. But they're all nuts. Actually, the most sane one seems to be, is his name Moses?
The Moses is, yeah, he's a family,
He's a family
counselor
therapist.
now in Connecticut.
Well, he seems to have a pretty good grip on it.
He has a YouTube channel.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, have you watched him on YouTube?
Huh?
You have to watch him on YouTube.
Yeah,
What does he do on there?
What'd you say, Scooter?
What does he do on there?
He talks
his
about
channel?
this, and he talks against his mother and how she humiliated him, and how she
Is it under his name?
I'll find it. I'll give it to you. Hold on.
Hey, tell us more, Moo.
Well, it just, as soon as she started talking about all of this stuff, I mean, she talks about it as if she's really, or you guys were talking about this the other day, that she's kind of spaced out. But I mean, the idea, you know, then she was talking about having all these doubts about his behavior with Dylan, the little girl.
I'm going to let Sassy out. Go ahead.
And then she'd keep putting the little girl in the same situation, like, oh, well, I couldn't really believe that was happening. And so she's repeatedly exposing her to this thing that was so terrible because she's thinking, oh, no, it couldn't be. It was just so spacey. She was so spacey about it. And and it's not until they've repeatedly put this kid in the position of possibly being exposed to this stuff, and they're all still having reasonable conversations about it. It just doesn't make sense. You think your kid is being molested, you don't have reasonable conversations and then keep repeating the circumstances where that could happen. It just doesn't make sense.
Right, yeah.
And their conversations, those taped conversations, they really are like a Woody Allen movie. They're having these very terrible conversations in absolutely normal tones, except you're discussing which pasta to have that night. And they're so conversational. There's no screaming or yelling. It's just this conversational stuff about horrifying, they threaten each other conversationally. It's just very weird.
I wonder if she's on something on a constant level,
She just seems, I was trying to figure that out. She doesn't even seem drugged. She just seems flaky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you find it weird that the kid didn't have any clothes on when she was videotaping her?
Oh, I found that whole thing weird. It's very weird. And it's easy to overanalyze these things, but you look at this poor child and she's being filmed.
Right. And she didn't look like she wanted to be filmed, and she said something like, "Oh, I just pulled the video camera out when she felt like talking about it."
Yeah,
the kid didn't seem like she felt like talking about it, did she?
Didn't. And she kept looking to the side. The way she was, and then her wording, I was just looking at it, like a couple of hours ago. I was watching that last bit of it, of the third episode. And, a lot of people said, well, she wasn't coached. But the problem is her wording is very, it's like she would say, and he did this secretly.
Mm-hmm.
He took me into the attic secretly, or he did something secretly. But the way she said secretly, it's not the way a child would say something like that unless a parent said that earlier. If you go back and look at that last part, I'll have to find a clip. I'll show you which clip I mean. But when she says, she's using the term secretly in a way that a kid wouldn't say that. They would just say matter of factly, well, we did this, we did that. But the wording was very much, well, did he do it secretly?
Right, yeah.
Kids don't think the way she was saying that. Mm-hmm. I have to go back and find the clip, but it's just like...
Get in, let's go. Come on.
And it's true, the questions weren't leading, but if you're coaching a kid on the side, then when you get them in front of the camera, you don't have to ask leading questions.
Right.
And that's the impression I had of that. And it seems unfair to doubt what this girl is saying, but she was only 7. And the fact that they, have family conversations about daddy taking porn shots of the sister tells you that they had discussions that, kids shouldn't be hearing. It's just, where is that supposed to fit into a 7-year-old's brain,
Mm-hmm.
And all the other stuff, I mean, I can see where a kid would remember that as something that happened. And maybe it did happen to her, but if they have conversations like this,
You do that now?
Yeah. Things like that stick in the heads of people of any age.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. It's just the whole thing is so weird.
Yeah, that's the thing, is it's a big sticky mess.
And then she's going through all that, and she adopts 7 more kids. To me, it's almost like she's got a lot of problems. You know what I'm saying? Why she's adopting? I don't think she's adopting all these kids for the reasons that a lot of people think she is.
Well, yeah, that's a pretty. She's really filling in some holes there.
Yeah.
And then there was something, I can't remember if I think I read it on the side, but I think three of the kids are dead.
Yeah, they are.
They are?
Yes.
And then,
How
yeah,
did they die?
One
How did
had
they die?
AIDS, didn't she?
yeah,
wasn't-
Lark had died of, I think, AIDS-related complications. And then they said something about living homeless or in poverty and, related to some. But then there were two others
Poverty.
that came later. She adopted later that apparently someone said, gosh, but maybe it was Moses, when I was reading the article about Moses. He did an interview in December. And it may have been that, or it could have been because I fell down a rabbit hole. But apparently two of later adopted kids had committed suicide,
Mm-hmm.
which, that's like not a good statistic for,
Right.
your adopted children.
And I think the one was like, wasn't one like a handicapped boy?
Well, Moses was born with cerebral
Yeah,
palsy.
yeah, but no, I think there was one. I think one of the
But I
ones
don't
that
think
killed
it
himself
was
was in a
terribly-
wheelchair, like confined to a wheelchair.
Oh, was that a later?
And I think he
one
was
then?
like 25 and he killed himself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was one of the later ones. Then.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's too many.
And what happened to Daisy, the other girl?
Daisy is interviewed. She's interviewed in the series, and I didn't hear her offer an opinion. She just said that she's adopted. I think she was a Vietnamese orphan. And
Yeah.
She was adopted, and then.
But they were in a lot of trouble as kids, and that's
Yes.
when.
Well, I think she was an infant, but she said she was in terrible shape with a big, little skinny body and a big belly from malnutrition. And then she's saying, "Yeah, but I came out all right." And that's about it. She doesn't seem to pass. I didn't hear her in the interview, so.
Yeah, but
It is-
the other
is it
one too
five?
is what happened to? Did you see that girlfriend of one of the boys? And then I think she stated she was a family friend, and they were all in the bathtub together.
Oh yeah,
That was
so
weirdly
weird.
weird. Okay.
I know. It's really weird. It's sort of like this granola lets everybody just be naked and
Ugh.
natural.
I don't know. That's
There's
really.
something very strange about it. Did you see that thing where she's doing a videotape? I mean, I'm not going to make something of it because it was sort of funny, but she was doing a video.
About the monster? About the.
Yeah, and then they're all horribly murdered.
Yeah, right? Oh, God.
Jeez. Okay. I mean, I have a pretty dark sense of humor, but, when it comes to my kids, I wouldn't put them on the floor horribly murdered.
She just seemed like she's taken something. Like, she's just like, woo-hoo, right? Like, just. And the house, like, it was so dark, wasn't it?
Oh man, the house makes me want to shoot myself.
Yeah,
It's
it
so
looks,
depressing.
everything is so dark. Like, outside it looks nice, right? With this lake and stuff where they have it. But then it's like, everything is so dark and so cluttered and so, I don't know, just so dark.
Yeah, it was really dreary. It's
Ugh.
like a.
Oh.
Dark.
Well, is it safe to say that she has some kind of mental issues?
I would feel fairly safe in saying that.
Moses gained like 200 subscribers, I think, since the last time I saw him. Because I think he had like 800. Now he has over 1,000.
Oh wow! I'll have to go subscribe.
I think a bunch of people are.
Everything I've seen about him, I find him very charming.
Mm-hmm.
Did you put it in, Carolyn?
Yeah, I did.
Where does he live?
Connecticut.
Oh, I can't go visit.
No, he said in the interview. He said that he wanted to stay in the same area because he wanted to be able to help other Asian American adoptees, or just, I guess, whether they're Asian American or adopted, directly, or they're not even American yet. He was trying to wanted to help other people in his situation that were adopted into American families. in the area where he grew up.
Hey, does anyone, Jeanette just made me think of this.
What?
Has anyone watched Murder Among the Mormons?
No, what is that? What is that on?
It's on Netflix.
Really?
And Jeanette just mentioned it. I don't know what the gist of it is about. I don't know if it was one particular murder but it just says murder
Let me
among
see. I'll
the
check
Mormons.
it out.
That sounds interesting too.
Yeah.
I could ever get my TV to go to the right.
It says
Well, you need to get a new.
it's an American true
that.
crime documentary, television miniseries following Mark Hoffman, one of the most notable forgers in history, who created forgeries related to the Latter-day Saint movement. Joe Berlinger serves as the executive producer, and it consists of 3 episodes and premiered on March 3rd, 2021. And it says that, let's see, in 2017, Jared Hess and Tyler Meesom began conducting research on a story about having meetings with those who participated in the series and attempted to reach out to Mark Hoffman, who did not respond to a request for the interview. The series was initially pitched as a 6-episode series. However, when Netflix and the BBC studios joined the project, it was reduced to 3 episodes. And what is it about? Let's see. Episode 1 is, they're all dropped on March 2nd. I'm trying to see what this is. Here's, let me see, on Rotten Tomatoes, there's no.
Moses is a nice looking guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, let's see.
Davita's gonna be stalking his channel now.
Would you like to come do a DIY?
I was just gonna go, hi, how are you?
We're over
Want to
here.
do a collab?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What was she really like? Could you come over here? When you think about it, YouTube is funny, right? We could potentially get him to come on, and he could potentially talk about his mother. And where are you going to do that? Like, would you think that you would even have the opportunity to do that?
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't, would you?
Right? So it's weird, right? Like,
Yeah.
what other actors' kids could we look up that are on the outs with them? Yeah. Okay.
And I think, didn't she adopt all of them from Vietnam?
No, that she adopted the earlier ones from Vietnam, and then she started going to Korea and yeah, she started to go all over.
Yeah, Daisy and Lark were from Vietnam.
And Moses is
Because
from
I do
Korea.
remember that when they came with them. I remember distinctly coming through the airport, watching it on.
Well, one plane crashed. Remember the one that crashed?
Oh, yeah.
The airlift.
No, I
Yeah,
remember that.
all the orphans. They all died.
Oh, yes.
I remember that.
Oh my gosh.
The one she was
No, I
gonna
didn't.
adopt were
It
on
was
there?
no, I don't know if she was going to, but it was so easy for people to adopt them. They actually brought the orphans to them.
That's true. Yeah.
A lot of kids that I went to school with were adopted. And I'll never forget, one lady was in like this school, and she was having like a real problem with the one kid that she adopted. Like she was like all flustered, like she didn't know what to do when I was like in 2nd grade, and I don't know. But a lot of people, they just got, oh, here, take them. And I thought, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the area around Washington, D.C., where I was back then, there was a whole influx of Vietnamese refugees into Arlington, Virginia. And I mean, it was really, these people came with nothing. But they were amazing. They just came in, and I don't know, maybe Arlington was just a very friendly place. These weren't orphans, these were families. But there was a huge influx of refugees from Vietnam there, and they're really nice, interesting people, and they opened up great businesses and great. It was, I think it's still like that. It was kind of a cool influx because that was like a really there was no diversity there at all. That area was all just a bunch of white people that worked in the civil service, foreign service and stuff like that. Lots of, so that was I think that was the first real change in like the demographics. It was all Vietnamese. It's really cool.
Sounds like it.
I mean, it wasn't cool that it was like an all-white place, but that's basically what it was.
Yeah.
I remember as a young teenager, 12, 13. A lot of the guys, because I hung out with older people, pretty much, but a lot of them were going to Vietnam. And I remember when they would come back, so many of them weren't the same once they came back. A lot of them were addicted, and I used to feel so sorry for them. They just came back so different.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was like my cousin. He's about 3 years older than I am, and he was drafted, and he had to go.
Because it was the draft, they had to go.
Oh yeah, you had no way out, and you didn't really get to choose what you were going to do.
Right.
And so he ended up repairing helicopters, and the thing was, he was kind of freaked out because they didn't really repair them all that well. I mean, they weren't. People are just told, here, go do this, and then he would freak out because helicopters would crash. That shouldn't have crashed, but the thing was that people were repairing them that weren't as trained as they should have been. I don't mean that was a global thing in Vietnam, but it was a situation my cousin was in where he saw that happen, and he was never the same when he came back. Never. I mean, he's still alive, but he never. It really changed everything about him.
Well, and a lot of them were exposed to that Agent Orange.
Oh,
and
that's
and they got cancer, and they got all kinds of terrible things.
Yeah. No, he didn't get physically sick. He came back not the same ever again.
Yeah, that was sad.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know, but I watch
Okay.
that.
Alrighty.
No. Well, I'm gonna watch a little something because it's 4:11 and we've got 8 hours and we're going again.
Honey, I know.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Watch something too if I
Yeah.
could.
What?
I said I would watch something too if I could.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, go in the bedroom. Do you have a TV in the bedroom?
Can't you watch on your phone?
Oh, wait, I could go in Isaiah's room.
Yeah.
What about your phone?
Oh, no, I don't have. Well, I downloaded CBS yesterday, just a couple days ago, to watch that Megan interview. But then I took it off my phone. I didn't want it on there. But yeah, I can go watch on Isaiah's TV. Thanks
But
for that.
Scooter,
Yeah.
Listen,
Because Lexi has this TV in here, and we don't have a TV in our room anymore.
okay, you need to call Monday. That's it.
I know.
Don't give them money.
Get
if something
Davita,
isn't
get
working.
Davita on speakerphone with you. I mean, put her on the call. Add her to the call and let her take care of it while you're on the phone.
Yeah.
She'll
It
take care
should.
of it.
Yeah.
She'll
So,
take
do
care
you
of it.
have an iPad?
No, I have a tablet.
Well, you can stream on that, can't you?
Yeah, you could watch stuff on there.
Oh yeah, I have Netflix on there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I want to watch that. What you call it?
Well,
You know,
Yeah, but you could
the
put the
Allen thing.
you could put the HBO app on there.
But I'm too tired to get into it right now.
Oh, okay. She just wants us to
Oh,
feel.
you look
You
good
just
for
want
a
us to
bit.
feel sorry for you, right?
I'm going to get in the tub and, read something.
Yeah. Don't
Don't fall asleep.
in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
I won't. I won't.
Anyhow, alrighty then. Tulisa was saying.
Okay.
Why is the
This is gonna
cooking
be quick,
scheduled
kids.
so early? You know why it's scheduled so early? Because I was dealing with 2 early birds. Okay? And I talked them down. Believe me, there's a very good chance we could have been coming on at 9, okay? I talked
Sandy's
them
an early
down.
bird?
Well, yeah, for the cooking, they're like, well, what are you going to do? It's 1 o'clock. How late do you want it? You got to feed your family. Come on. Time are you going to eat at 8 o'clock? Okay, so,
All right. Well, love you.
all right. Love you guys. Everybody take care. We'll see you tomorrow. All right.
See you tomorrow.
Bye. Prayers for the needs and bye.
Love you guys.
Bye. Love you. Bye.